How's it going, you guys? It is Late Night Flipping here, and today I'm going to be reviewing the modded Baliplus Replicant. This thing offers a couple changes to the standard replicant, and I think it's a nice addition that Baliplus has done. So, what are the differences between this and a standard Baliplus Replicant? Well, to start off, we have a new blade shape. This is not offered on any of their other knives, and I don't think it's sold separately, although I could be wrong on that. The flat side of the blade, the hardware, the liners, and the spacers are all going to be murdered out, which gives this knife a really cool look. The bottom of the handles are also going to have a coffin style when compared to the standard flat style of the original Baliplus Replicant. As you could probably tell, there is a little bit more handle gap, so that's also really nice to see, just because that's one of my main problems with the original Replicant. Now, out of the box, this came with one perfect bushing and one ever so slightly undersized bushing. It's not really an issue for me, but I do want to point it out. It did not come Loctited, and the pocket clip was installed. And interestingly enough, they changed the pocket clip as well. This is the standard Baliplus pocket clip, and this is the modded version. Not sure why they felt the need to do this, but I guess they did. So I have put my own lube into this, but I'll give you guys a quick little sound test. And just to directly compare it with the standard Baliplus Replicant, at least in person, this one sounds a little bit deeper, and this one's a little bit more muted. Now, what are my thoughts on the actual changes that they did to the butterfly knife? Well, I gotta say the regrind does actually make the knife a little bit more handle biased, in my opinion, the Tonto version is going to be a little bit more blade biased to neutral. So if you are into handle bias, this is going to be a great option for you. If not, though, I wouldn't worry about it too much. It's pretty close to neutral, so you're probably not going to feel it, especially if you're a beginner. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. The edges of the handles being in the coffin style, I actually really like. I tend to do a lot of underhand fans, and this is really good for kind of moving your fingers around there and not getting them caught on the edges. Now, if you tend to do your ladders more towards the end of your knife, you're probably not going to like this, but I usually do my ladders a little bit further up, so it's not really an issue for me. Now, on the durability, this is just going to be a standard Baliplus Replicant, but this black part right here on the flat side of the blade is going to wear down if you allow your knife to get blade rub. Now, if you're not familiar with tuning, you probably are going to end up with blade rub unless you really know how to tune your bushings and all the time crank down and properly Loctite your knife. Now, would I suggest this to someone buying a replicant for the first time? Probably not. Unless the looks really speak to you, I would just go with the standard Baliplus Replicant. The hardware is going to be interchangeable though, so if you ever do feel like you want a Tonto blade, you can just switch it right over. Now, aside from that, it's a solid knife. It's just a Baliplus Replicant really with the different blade. And if you like the Replicant, go for it. I think it's an awesome knife, and I just wouldn't expect to have that many changes to it. It's not going to feel that much different, so if that's what you're looking for, I wouldn't buy this knife. Aside from that though, I hope this review was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. And as always, have a nice night and happy flipping.